following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Bow chicka wow wow.
Of course! Of course!
Hang on, okay. So if I put on the pendant, the correct one,
Yeah.
does anything change?
No, because it is actually broken.
It is actually broken? Okay. So, like, if I look through those notes I have now, like, they just don't see them. No.
That would have worked had it not been broken.
No.
Perhaps it could be repaired by someone.
So, but, like, even if I don't have the word, can I eventually, like, figure it out? Or is it just, like...
Probably not.
Okay.
It would take you a lot of study to figure out that's how the armor works, to be honest. Like, once you realize, hey, there aren't actually... Like, I've really looked. There aren't fasteners. I can't figure out the word.
Okay.
So it must be a magic thing that puts it on and off. Or he lives in it? No. It's got a cod piece. Dude's gotta need to pee sometime. Can't work it out. The odds of you because it might not necessarily have to be a magic word, it could just be a key phrase.
Yeah.
Or multiple words. So it's like, the password is or multiple words of up to a limit you don't know.
Yeah.
In a language you don't know, maybe. One of many languages. Could be in common, you don't know.
Yeah.
The odds of you stumbling across it are, you'd need to roll like, probably more than a natural 20.
Like, but if Radomir gets back... Sorry?
I have an idea.
Okay.
You wait until he is, you wait until he's woken up again, and then you get our Mind Flayer friend to get the marked password out of his head.
You'd be the only person who'd know he'd be able to do that.
Well, the thing is...
I'd be
spending a decent amount of time to this. Like, would Radomir come back with my ring before I got this done? Because then I can learn Cesarian.
We'll see how that goes.
Probably.
Yeah. Then I could, like, read the notes and maybe ascertain more about him and then try to actually guess in Cesarian.
He really wants this album.
It's sweet! It's fucking sweet!
I'm having such deja vu right now. I swear we've had this exact thing. It's like, man, he really wants this fucking armor. It's sweet. I swear. And I swear on the notes, I've said this too. And we've been here. It's this horrible loop we're having. Tell me I'm not the only one who's been in deep familiarity with this exact scene. I am, aren't I?
I don't think I've done this before.
Oh no. Okay. Who wants next?
I'm going to the Devil's Slayer, and then he's got his conversation.
I'm talking with the...
Alright, let's do you first.
So, how can I help you? You seem distressed.
You went to hang out with Roy,
How-
right?
I'm in love with Sir Radomir.
That's kind of sweet.
I'm a creature.
You're still...
Yeah, I know, but the thing is... We've done something wrong.
We've done a lot of things.
You two have made love. I intimated this from you earlier.
Oh, I need to know how he can cleanse himself of the wrongness and restore his soul to purity.
Prayer would help.
Then he needs to pray. But what would do it? How can the affront to the gods be taken away?
Only the gods themselves. I mean, for one thing, you're going to have to find the god who do you think has been most insulted by this?
I don't know.
In the pantheon of gods, I'm only a cleric of Tor. I do not represent all.
I don't know. Packlaw just says we're all horrible abominations and affronts to the gods. So, all of them? Probably not the Dark God. I understand he made us. There's some guy called Maldred.
I want to make a knowledge roll. What do I know about this from at least the Toric perspective?
Well, I mean, you literally had a conversation with your god, and he said, we don't give a fuck. It's not...
Oh, that's right, because he was like, why haven't you plowed that, basically?
Yeah.
He did, he was like, why haven't you plowed that?
Because his primary thing is sex, so he's going to ask him a question like that to sort of gauge his...
Okay, then, I'm going to say, well, at least according to Tor, Radomir is not dirtied by what he has done to you.
Because you had a conversation about my sex life with your god.
No, we had a conversation about my sex life, and he wondered why I hadn't taken you to bed yet, because he knows what
Are
I'm
you
like.
telling me the gods require me to sleep with you? Because that is the lamest pickup line I have ever heard. I've heard a lot.
No. He actually asked me why I have not taken you to bed yet. I said it had been discussed, but we thought it was a sin.
It is, right?
And he said it was not.
I'm still not sleeping with you.
Well, it sounds like to me I am not the one you wish to bed with anymore at this point in time.
So what you're saying is I have a blank check.
You are not damning Sir Radomir, even though you are a damned creature. You are already a damned creature yourself.
I suppose it can't get worse. Well, this is good news. I have to go on an unrelated matter.
Before you leave, and I realize you're probably horny, but you may want to at least be subtle about this for Radomir's sake. For you see, well, the gods may not judge him, others will.
Of course I realise that. So I'm dismissed?
You may leave. Great, that door now opens two ways.
So you're, where are you going?
To the Devil's Bar.
Because of course you are. Why?
I have to go and look into what happened to Adrian's parents.
Oh, cool.
Get my ring.
And steal his ring.
Steal? This wasn't part of the agreement, Radomir!
Okay,
Fuck you, witch!
So a couple of heavily armoured witchers are standing outside, and they're watching you approach, and they're watching you approach, and they're watching you approach, and you're reaching for the door, and they're like, no.
I don't reach for the door.
No. Okay. And then, not a lot of people walk up to the Devil's Spur on their own volition.
I can understand that. Unfortunately, I have some business. I wish to make an inquiry about something.
Oh. The other one's like, they can answer your questions. Let me guess. You want to know if being a witch is evil? Yes, it is.
I am aware
And
that
if you are a witch or know some witch, you should definitely turn them in. For yourself. You can be safely de-witched and released as a normal person.
Oh yes, I'm sure. But that's not the problem here. The parents of a friend of mine...
Witches?
No, they were brought in for questioning.
As witches.
To determine if he is a witch, my friend.
And is he?
It was turned out no. But I have not heard nor seen anything of these people.
If it was determined that he is not a witch, then they would be surplus to requirements and would be disposed of.
I'm sorry, what?
Like, thrown out of the Devil's Spur. You know, with the rest of the garbage.
Is Gerald here by any chance?
Well, of course.
Would I be able to speak with him if he has time? I'm sure you're aware of my new position.
You want to call out Gerald? Okay, I'll get him. Stay here. Don't go anywhere.
I have done that once before.
You go inside.
He never answered.
Some
my
time passes. Gerald comes out and he's saying, "Ah, are you here to confess that you are a witch?
No.
Your friend is a witch?"
Can we avoid
friends
this
are
song
witches.
and dance? Just this once.
No, I have to. It's my job. Witch. Why do you wish to avoid questions? What devilry holds your tongue?
None.
Oh, then you won't mind being grabbed. Pulled in for questioning. Door closes. Ah, those assholes are bastards. So what do you want?
Gotta keep up appearances.
You're a good man, Gerald.
I try. That's why I hunt witches. Actual witches.
Of course.
Like that whitehead friend of yours I'm keeping quiet about.
Keeping quiet about?
Everybody always assumes all witches are bad. And he's not. And he's leaving soon, so it's fine.
Okay.
You'll be wanting this ring.
Oh, that was one of the things he asked about.
He shouldn't have that.
What is it?
A library. I'm sure some librarians would love it.
So this ring is a library.
A rather benign enchantment, but very sought after. But it is his, so returned.
I also came just to ask about his parents. I understand they were brought in to ascertain his origin.
Not by me, you understand. But yes, they were questioned at length.
They have been released?
Yes.
Do you
But
know...
I understand that the home village has been utterly destroyed.
They weren't living there.
You don't know that.
Ah,
Do you know if they've left the city? Or...
I'm sorry, I have enough of my time keeping track of actual witches, or
Of
witch
course.
suspects. And since our powers have been broadened, I have a lot more work to do.
I heard about that. I hope you are up to the job.
I have put in for a transfer. I do no longer wish to serve in Einweg.
Where are you headed?
A little place called Samarkand.
Ah. I think you'll like it there.
Maybe once before.
Much work to do.
Yeah. A lot of work.
I think the mountains there will agree with you.
If they don't, I'll know about it pretty quickly. And then not.
If you chance to hear anything of them before you leave.
I know where you live.
and half a house.
I understand the congratulations are in order, my lord.
Ah, yes, that was rather unexpected, I must say.
Well, I'm sure it is just deserved. The Archduke is a visionary genius, and nothing is wrong. Yeah, let me show you something interesting before you go. He'll lead you through the Devil's Spur and in up and up and up and up and up and up a spiral staircase to a nice big room with a huge map with Romania on it. A detailed painted map.
This is a fine map.
This room is a magic artifact.
Oh?
You see the map? There will be little spots of color wherever magic.
This is the tower.
And you'll see here in the city of Einweg, if we just make that bigger, we see that there's magic being used at your house right now. Artifact magic. So, don't necessarily need to look into it.
That could be the boy. You know what he's like. Has many
Such words are should be well guarded here. And if we look over here, we find an innocuous house just against the wall that the room cannot see into. Isn't that interesting? I understand you took jobs there. I'm asking you to give me information and secrets.
Whereabouts is the place he's pointed
It's
at?
the Assassin's Guild.
Oh.
Ah, it is like that, is it? Anyway, I was wondering, since your group is being ejected from the city, if you would look into this little disturbance as a favor to me. It's on your way out. Just quite near Merlin, if not inside it sometimes. If you would just have a look into it and send a letter back to the Devil's Spur. Let me know what is going on there. We can't spare the men. It is too intermittent to be worthwhile. I am being told not to look into it. It is too intermittent. There are witches here that need purging. I am concerned. It has been going on for weeks.
And we have evidence.
After all, you have all the tools you need to investigate such a thing. And you're leaving anyway.
Of course.
So good.
And I hope you understand I meant no disrespect the message at the end.
Even if you did, you are not a witch. Nothing I can do about it.
It has been good meeting with you this time. Hope to see you again.
Remember, stay out of trouble.
Always.
Uh-huh.
And I hope you find the trouble first.
I inevitably do. He will lead you back out of the confusing warren that is the Devil's Spur.
Yeah.
Almost like it was a dungeon map designed to confuse and anger the players, who never invaded it.
Who was planning on invading us?
We were too. We almost did.
Oh, did you?
I'm sure we would have got to the door and that would have been like, yeah, Gerald's fine, and then we would have left, but I was concerned for Gerald when I realised there were a lot of evil witches doing suspicious things, and we left him at the Devil's Spur in a bad condition. But he seems fine.
Yeah. He's perfectly genial. He'll open the door. Yeah. Now get out and stop wasting my time, you worthless scum! I'm a witcher, don't you know? Brrr! Bah!
Walk away. I'll walk back to the house, roll on the ring around in my head.
You're walking back to the house, rolling the ring around in your hand. You decide, it's yours now. What a useful item. And you secrete it away. And immediately, Radomir believes that he couldn't get it back. The Commandant has decided to confiscate it because it is a witch artifact, and the Archduke has agreed. The little voice tells you that and you believe it. Hi everyone, what you doing?
I'm just watching Roya.
I was actually going to go and find Roy, actually.
Roya's in the yard. She is practicing. Constantly.
I'll ask her if she wishes me to join her.
Oh, yeah, sure. Let's get a sparring roll. Wow.
Yeah, I only got a 5.
She's winning.
Yeah.
Aggressively. Natural 20.
Yep.
Nice. For once. Oh my god, you wouldn't believe how fucking garbage she's been every time I've needed her to be good in combat. Like, remember all those whiffs?
I sure do.
Fuck. It's like this asshole's hit more things than the actual fucking trained swordswoman.
I'm trained.
I mean, before he was a trained sword fighter. It's like, BOP!
The early mage levels.
Whiff!
Spells.
Whiff! Fucking hell.
No, spells? I have a staff.
Yeah, this is back in the day when it was spells, singular.
Oh.
I'm going to be like, settle down, Roy. It's Sulan, not a bandit. Boy.
Sorry, my bad.
It's not a problem. You need to work it out.
Yeah, sure do.
Go another round.
Thank you. Yeah, okay.
15.
20.
Fuck.
Where were you earlier? When I needed to kill everyone with daggers and printed character sheets that cost money. Don't worry, I'll still kill you. Maybe she accidentally... No, it's 20, it's intent, not result, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the thing as well?
I try to hide natural 20. You turn invisible and cease to exist.
It's like, I try to knock the guy out. Oh, I've rolled like 9 successes in vampire. It's like, oh, that's a lot of damage. You kill him. Not my intent.
No.
Like when
I'm
you quit
pulling
and
my
just broke
punch.
his arm.
This is success dice, not damage. Oh fucking. Anyway, it would. By comparison, I'm a reasonable person to deal with. By comparison, no, I'm not saying.
Once, like, Noel's great.
No, fuck off.
Noel's a great GM, but he gets
cares,
bored. When he cares, he's a great GM. When he cares, Tim, he's willing to give
Tim had good
Yep.
stories. He had
Yes,
good story ideas.
but he gave character sheets to other player characters.
Oh yeah, gotta love that whole.
That's-
Let's give a character's flaw to another player to use. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Without consent, I mean.
Yeah.
If not one, but two, because
Anyway.
you're fucked as well.
Anyway, we don't have a lot of time left, and I do
Yep.
need to be killing you tonight.
You did.
Again. I mean, I need you dead and gone forever. A whole new character, every waste of time, 3 seasons. Because that's the way it goes, right? Gotta kill off them player characters. That's the whole purpose of the fucking game, isn't it, Internet?
I thought the new Peace Chris ways. No, you don't kill any player character. Yeah. 6th edition.
My tongue is so numb. I've bitten it like 4 times. It's starting to hurt.
So you're saying that you've become so numb you don't feel it there?
Yeah. So, she'll like continue to work out more.
Well, I mean, if nothing's working, I'm probably just going to try the
So
car
Radomir
driver.
will come back.
Oh, Radomir comes back. Oh, Radomir, did you get my ring?
The commandant has confiscated it on the order of the Archduke.
What?
Some witch's artifact ruling.
What?
Your parents are safe, though I don't know where they are. They were let go from the Devil's Spur a while ago.
What?
And also your village has been, well, it no longer exists.
What?
Yeah, there's going to be a nut shortage.
That's what Gerald told me.
What?
Oh, I got to see the big tower with the...
None of that makes any sense.
In this nation,
Maybe the commandant just really liked that ring.
If he puts it on, it dies.
that is a thing that can happen.
Idiot.
But hey, at least your parents are safe.
Yeah, but I don't know where they are.
They probably will return to where we rehomed them.
How?
Hi. Hi.
Hey.
Don't know where what are.
My parents?
Go look for them.
What?
That's you told.
Yeah, because it's that easy.
Newton's been in the kitchen.
She needs the energy.
Alright. See you later. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
I have other things I...
Parents or not?
Like, I mean, yes, but, like, I think this guy's gonna get up at some point. I want his armor.
So you're saying I shouldn't stake him while you are away and remove his head and leave it out in the sun?
What? As long as you get me the armor,
I'm sure it would come off when enough of his limbs had.
don't damage the armor.
That would be hard.
Why don't we just
You could probably just...
cut him up and pull him out of the armor?
That seems very gruesome.
It occurs to you though, it's like, yeah, but I still won't be able to put it on.
The other problem is, I sort of need access to him. I think there's a magic word that opens and closes it.
So no parents then.
What? No, just give me a moment, please.
What did you say to Gerald, by the way?
She'll go drape herself against Radomir.
Indeed.
What?
What did you say to Gerald? He seems quite
Ham.
taken with you. He knows what you are, but he thinks you're one of the good ones.
It's because I am. Anyway, give me a minute. I'm gonna go find the cart driver.
He's 12 feet away.
Oh, he's just over there?
outside
Oh,
in the
he's
car,
outside.
watching those two train.
He's been waiting for us to leave for so long.
Hey, so, like, you could...
You want me to get the password?
Yes! Are you able to do that?
Yes.
Could you please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Was the Sasarian sword two-handed or what?
It was a big sword, right?
He back-sheathed it, so I'm not sure.
Okay, so the Sasarian sword is a bastard sword. Hand and a half.
So it could be one or the other, really.
Its weapon speed is 8. So I'm thinking it's probably a bit heavier than your standard one-handed sword. It's a D12.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it's supposed to be used with two hands,
but is potentially.
Yeah. I can use it, so I would like to acquire it anyway. Seems like a fine sword.
It is a fine sword.
Yeah.
It has to be for a Sasarian. So all Sasarian battle masters' swords are of fine quality or better.
Couldn't you?
They get slowly destroyed by the magic they put on it, like a fell blade.
Can you make it do the thing, the fire thing? It was.
I don't know that spell.
So
so it was
you
not
grab
blade.
the sword.
Yeah.
You actually feel there's this little raised thing, like a nodule in the wrapping.
Press it.
Fire.
Let it go.
Unfire.
You can do it.
I'm really great.
Just wait for the cat trying to go, liar.
Don't you just want to kiss these lips?